The leopard-suited big game hunter Kraven, coming straight from the Soviet, is finally making his live-action debut.
Sergei Kravinoff needs no tranquilizers to bring down his prey.
And after so many delays, we finally have an official release date about the movie, who are the people behind it, and just what the story of the movie might entail, are just some of the details we have managed to prepare for you today. Recap. One of the most highly anticipated movies of 2021 was Spider-Man No Way Home, and not only because of Spidey himself, but also because of the multiverse being blown wide open during it, which in all fairness was known for a long time, together with the villains that came through, all of which are part of the Sony Spider-Verse. A lot of things are there to be unpacked when the movie itself is considered, so we'll not go into detail about it. However, we're gonna say that despite all of the news and everything in between, you've not seen everything when it comes to Spider-Man villains making their debut in the MCU on the big screen.
Hello, Peter.
Hi? Do I know you?
What have you done with my machine?
There's still one big baddie who's yet to make his first appearance on the big screen, Kraven the Hunter, who has been confirmed to be joining the MCU.
Ha! You cannot shake Sergei Kravinoff so easily.
First making his debut in the Spider-Verse, and then on the wider specter of things. So without further ado, let's dive right in, and let us tell you everything we managed to find about the upcoming movie. But before we do all of that, we should say a few words about the villain himself, right? Not everyone knows who he is, but we're more than certain that soon the world will know exactly who Kraven the Hunter is, and just how significant the character will be moving forward. Who is Kraven the Hunter? Sergei Kravinoff, aka Kraven the Hunter, is a Soviet immigrant who escaped to the United States together with his family in 1917, after the Russian nobility was destroyed by the revolution. Obsessed with a goal of his to let everyone know he's the greatest hunter in the world, he prefers to take down large animals with his bare hands, relentless in his big game hunt, always hunting by a code of honor, choosing to hunt fairly, which seems very unlikely for a villain of his type. But that is the truth.
Spiders are revered as hunters, but you have proven to be easy prey.
He's regularly ingesting a potion made out of jungle herbs, which gives him superhuman physical abilities, with his body becoming more resistant and durable when compared to the typical human body, allowing him to withstand great impact forces. You might also notice that he's old, considering he moved to the United States way back in 1917. Well, the potion also serves him as a fountain of youth, and despite him being over 70 years old, he appears to have aged a little and looks the same as 40 years ago. One of the strengths that makes Kraven a very good tracker is his enhanced sight, smell, and hearing, making him a very good adversary to the creatures he hunts. Even before he started to take the jungle herb potion, Kraven was an Olympic-level athlete and a very gifted tactician, a very good hunter, and an excellent hand-to-hand combatant, so we can see that the potion is there to make him even more that makes him him.
The power to stop a charging rhino, and the speed to outrun the swiftest panther.
He knows a lot about anatomies as well, and he's very skilled in the pressure point system in both humans and animals, so when he strikes his victims, or the animals he hunts, he's able to incapacitate them. Even the most powerful opponents didn't stand a chance under his conditions. And lastly, when talking about his unique advantages, powers, and abilities, he's very skilled in making many exotic poisons and tranquilizers, which he uses often when on the hunt. So far, Kraven the Hunter hasn't seen the light of day when it comes to his live-action appearance. The closest he got was the showcase of his spear in the end, credits of Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 2014, and he was supposed to appear in the third installment of the franchise. However, all of the plans were cancelled, so he was left in the dark. But not for long, as the confirmation came a few months ago that a movie about Kraven the Hunter is underway, which is exciting as he'll fit perfectly with the other infamous names from his universe, including the likes of Venom and Morbius, two of the biggest names coming from the Spider-Verse as of late. Release date. One of the things that kept Sergei from the big screen longer than expected has also been the COVID-19 pandemic, which further delayed his release, complicating things in the process of filming, production, cast, etc. However, with the announcement of the movie official release date has also been given to us, with the movie right now being set to release on January 13th, 2023, which is a subject of change, which considering the world we're living in right now, would come as a no surprise, but it is how it is. The only thing we can do right now is hope that the movie will not be delayed anymore, and that we'll be able to see the biggest MCU hunter in action as soon as possible, together with his leopard-patterned suit. Cast. As for the cast side of things, we know that the lead role has been given to Aaron Taylor Johnson, the same actor that portrayed the role of Quicksilver in Avengers Age of Ultron.
It's kind of game?
However, he hasn't spoken publicly about the role as of yet or given any insight about the character and his approach to everything. And that is everything about the cast, unfortunately. However, the list can prove to be endless since Sony holds the film rights to literally 900 Spider-Man related Marvel characters, so we might see anyone making an appearance in the movie. And if the studio wants to make some bigger connection than this movie to some of their other movie projects, we might even see Tom Hardy or even Jared Leto as Venom or Morbius respectively.
It's good because it's a way to make manifest my own inner neurosis and put it into a character.
But don't worry, there should be more news regarding the cast. The project needs just a little bit more time. J.C. Chandor has been hired to direct the movie, with the script being written by Richard Wenk together with Art Markham and Matt Holloway. Story. There aren't many details known about what the story might look like, but judging by Kraven's endeavors in the comics and the animated versions of himself, him being obsessed with catching Spider-Man to be acknowledged as the biggest hunter in the world, he uses traps and bare hands to catch up to his prey. The movie's screenwriter has said that the movie will be inspired by Marvel Comics storyline Kraven's Last Hunt, a story in which Kraven ends up hunting and shooting Spider-Man, burying him, donning his suit, taking on the persona of Spidey, and starting to track down the villain named Vermin, doing everything to prove that he's a better Spider-Man than the real one. Then it was revealed that Spider-Man was never truly dead and emerges from his grave and tries to fight Kraven to take back his mantle. However, Kraven doesn't engage in this little battle as he has already proved that he's the best at his job, so he takes his own life because he thinks that there's nothing more he can prove regarding his life of being a hunter. Don't worry, he is resurrected in a later comic book run. It's highly unlikely that the movie's story will be a direct adaptation from the comics. However, it has been said that Kraven will come face to face with Spider-Man, which is a huge deal because Tom Holland's Spider-Man is at his peak of popularity in the MCU. A detail about the story of the movie which tells us a lot about what are the plans for Sony's Spider-Verse, bring Tom Holland to the scene, and maybe from the long-awaited Sinister Six versus Spider-Man battle. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below what do you think about the character and what's the unique aspect about him that you think will leave a mark when the movie comes out. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.